I just have to say that I'm really, really blessed and feel really blessed to not only have this job, because I know that a lot of people don't have jobs. Sorry, I feel like crying. And I've taken this job for granted. And believe me, it's not the job I want. It is, oh my God, it's definitely not the job I want. It's not the job I want to be in. It's not my dream job. I'm working towards my dream job. It's not a job that I want, but I'm working it while I get where I want to be. But I just have to give a shout out to my partner, because even though we had a little rough patch, and yes, it was my fault, because I didn't communicate when I should have communicated. It wasn't cheating or anything like that. It was just miscommunication. I should have communicated it further sooner rather than later, like I normally do. I don't want to cry because it's right before work. It's like the morning before, like I only have a few minutes before going into work, and I don't want to cry. But I thank God for this man, because he's been so kind, so gentle, so gracious. And no matter how many hoops we've jumped throughout our entire relationship of 8 years, we worked through them. No yelling. No, there has been no actual disrespecting each other. Actual disrespecting each other, because we would disrespect each other, in the playful way, in this relationship, that's how we disrespect each other. We playfully call each other bitches, and just that's what we do. That's our relationship. That's how we get along. Not everybody believes in that kind of stuff. That's not how everybody thinks a relationship should be, but that's how we get along. That's how our relationship gets. That's how we playfully believe, we fuck around with each other in different ways. That's, and playfully we stay kids, but we are adults at the same time. But I have to give it up to him, because he's been holding down this relationship. He's been holding down this family for us. He has provided for this family since the beginning, because he knew I had baggage. And yet he has provided. He stood by my side since the beginning, and I don't give him enough credit for that. And if something would ever to happen to me, and I've said it to him before, but if something would ever to happen to me, I hope he sees this video. But anyways, the news is that I have to file for bankruptcy. And with my anxiety that I have, all of that just is just too much for me to handle. And I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. It's just, I don't know where to like go over with everything. So I do have with my work, I do have legal coverage that I pay for on a monthly basis. So I already called and I set up an appointment with somebody here local, and I have the appointment made for Thursday, so this May 7th. So I already have an appointment for the consultation. So they're going to go over with me how much I would probably have to pay and how much it's going to cost me, what I cover, they need, what they do, if I even qualify, go over everything with me. So, and it's just a scary thought because it's gonna be like starting over. So I have to thank my partner, because I wouldn't be homeless either way. If my partner wanted to leave, I wouldn't be homeless because my sister would be there and I would be able to live with my sister. So I'd be starting from zero, basically, yes. So I'd be living with my sister if my partner wanted to leave, or I would move back to California and live with my parents. So, either way, I have a home to go to, and not many people do. I know that not many people have that backup. And so I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for my family, because I will always be grateful for my family. But so that's what we're doing right now. That's where I'm at right now. So we will see what that leads to and what the attorney says at that point, moving forward, what would happen, how much the cost with fees, and what will happen going forward. Like I said, I get lost in my books. I love reading and movies. I repeat the same movies sometimes, and then sometimes I watch new ones, but sometimes I just don't know the ending of it or how the movie goes, so I just don't watch new movies because it gives me anxiety. But I'll watch them, almost forcefully watch them, just because they're new movies. I'll watch the new movies, but just because they're new, and I'll watch them just so I can give a review and be like, sometimes I just like, even though sometimes the old movies are better than the new ones. Like, I just watched Scream 7, and Scream 7 sucked, in my opinion. It was not good. It was just not good. I like that they had the old characters in it. Yes, that was nostalgic, but it was like I knew exactly who the bad guys were right off the bat. But other than that, there was just no like there was no actual horror in it. It was nothing like the original. They strayed away from the original. And I say this because when I was a child, I was living in Hillsburg when they were filming the original movie. I was a child when they were filming the original movie, so I feel like I was a part of it. And I watched them film the original. I watched some of the cast members. Obviously, I didn't know how big they were gonna get, but as a child, you don't know these things. You don't know, like, oh, look, they're gonna get famous. So like, oh, look, they're gonna get, I know who they are. Let me go get an autograph. You don't know that. You just know that they're filming a movie, and that they're just there. But anyways, yeah, off topic. But yeah, so it's like, I'm just trying to find ways to like calm my anxiety as much as I possibly can. So that's the news for now. But I gotta get back to work. So I will loop you in on more news and hopefully good news. So we'll see what happens. So today I'm visiting my sister and my baby nephew. He was born May 13th. So I'm visiting him for the first time and seeing how tiny he is, because he was only 6 pounds and something ounces. So he was like me when I was born, 6 ounces and something pounds. 6 pounds and something ounces. But I'm very excited to see him and very excited to see my sister and see how well she's doing in her health, and of course to see my brother-in-law, because I always love seeing him. But and then afterwards, for the first time, I will be driving to Portland by myself, which is nerve-wracking because you know me, I get anxiety driving to Portland, and this will be my first time driving to Portland by myself. And I'm to go see the Thorns women's soccer team, professional soccer team play. So, oh, the camera's a little crooked. Yeah. So I'm very excited afterwards to go see this soccer game, and we will see how it goes. Once I get there, I will report that I have arrived safely and explain to you guys how the drive went and how I reacted and my reactions. But until then, we will see how it goes, because I'm so nervous. I'm very nervous for this drive. I cannot tell you how nervous I am and how anxiety is sky high. I've been trying not to take my medication to see how I do without it. But I don't know if I can do it without it, to be honest, because it's a mess. So I did it. I actually drove to Portland on my own. Yes, I did get anxiety because I did not know how to get here, and it was I almost missed an exit. I was thankful that there was no traffic. Well, there was traffic, but there was not enough traffic, and there was people kind enough to let me through into the lanes and things like that. So I was thankful for that, and I'm thankful for the directions GPS to let me know ahead of schedule what lane I'm supposed to go into and not fuck up the lanes itself. So I was thankful for that. But I'm here, and I'm going to see the Thorns women's soccer team, professional soccer team play. I told myself that I was going to support more women sports teams. So and I haven't seen a soccer game in a long time, which is I'm so excited for, because I love soccer. I grew up on soccer. My family is a huge soccer team. My dad almost got drafted into the professional soccer league, but then he had a family and he decided to support family instead. So he turned it down. But and then my brother almost got drafted as well into professional soccer team, but he messed that up and he regrets that part itself. So now it's just now he just plays for funsies, you know, in a soccer league. But you know, we are a soccer family. I did cross country when I was in high school, and which is why I run half marathons. But anyways, I'm here to support a women's soccer league, and I'm so excited to go see them. I'm not going to pretend to know anything about them, because I do not know anything about about them. And I just hope to know, I hope after this I know more about them and get to know them and get to see more games. Hopefully with somebody else, not by myself, because I'm by myself. But yeah, so we'll see how much fun I'll have, because I didn't take my anxiety medication. So hopefully my anxiety doesn't rise up while I'm in the middle of the game and then be like, get freaked out and everything. So So we made it to Province Park. So we'll see how the game goes. So unfortunately, I couldn't take you guys inside because there was music playing, and you know how YouTube doesn't like music playing in the background because of licensing rights. But it ended up being 0-0, so it was a tie, but it was a good game. It was a good game. I did quite enjoy it. I do remember I was, what do you call it? Reminiscing at the times that I used to play and the times that I used to go watch my brother and my dad play soccer. And so family time back then. So it was a good time, good game. And I would definitely go again, not park in the same parking spot that I would probably pay to park further into downtown and just take the little trolley or the Amtrak. So, but I had fun. It was a good time. And the couple that was sitting next to me were explaining to me the history behind it. So behind the Thorns, and they go see them often, and they have season pass tickets. And so it's pretty much the ticket that I bought is general admission, and you pretty much get to sit in first come first serve during certain sections. So I got good seats, so it was, tickets were really cheap and it's good seats, so I would definitely go see again. But I had fun, so we'll see what our next adventure becomes.
So I met with my therapist, and I have decided to go, me and her have decided that it's best for me to go on a leave of absence from work. So this would be my last week of work, and then starting June 1st, I will be on 5 days of PTO, because that's the way leave of absence works while your leave gets approved. And then afterwards, if it gets approved, you are officially on leave of absence. So I am hoping it gets approved because I do need, I need this approved basically because I have not been doing well mentally. I have been struggling with my mental health. I'm going through some personal problems. And not with my partner, but me personally going through some personal problems, and I cannot handle it. It's too much pressure, just too much for me to handle, too much stress, too much, it comes with too much mentally. My medication isn't working as it should. I don't have a therapist at this moment. I don't start with them until next week. So it's been hard, and I'm hoping that once I start with my therapy sessions, I will start feeling better. But I know that I need to push myself as well to do better. But it's just been hard. You know, it's been difficult, and I'm doing what I can, but obviously it's just, I can only do so much right now with my mental depressed brain that I have at this moment So I can only do so much. But hopefully with the leave of absence, and we'll see how long of a leave of absence I take. Hopefully I am able to catch up on me and make myself feel better and do better myself. So we'll see what we're up to this week besides work. And I'm supposed to go out with my friend Brandy on Saturday to an arts and craft, to local bookstore that they're having a arts and craft bookstore day. So she bought tickets for us. So we're doing that on Saturday. So we'll see what else we got going on. So let's see what happens. I'm making some tea right now because I have a stomach ache and tea always makes me feel better. But I watched this movie yesterday and I have to tell you about it. So it's called You, Me, and Tuscany. And it's a rom-com. And if you know me by now, you know that I love rom-coms. So it's about this girl named Anna who meets this guy in New York named Lorenzo. Lorenzo tells, long story short, Lorenzo tells her about his life and how he ends up leaving Italy out of the blue without, telling goodbye to his family because he doesn't want to take over the business. But so Anna decides, to go visit basically his town in Italy. And in this little long story short, ends up meeting Lorenzo's family, who, tells everybody that she's engaged to Lorenzo, and that's how the plot ends up thickening. But she ends up falling in love with Michael, who is Lorenzo's adopted brother. But family dynamic, she ends up falling in love with the family. She has no actual family, so she ends up falling in love. The family loves her, and at the end of the story, at the end of the movie, everybody ends up falling in love for her. They end up finding out the truth. But I love the movie. So I absolutely love the movie. So if you have the opportunity to see it, I do highly suggest you see the movie. I think it's a cute little movie. It does have its little, plot holes here and there, obviously, because what rom-com doesn't. But I do love the movie, and I do think it has great acting, and the scenery, the romance in it, it's just a wonderful movie. So I do suggest you see the movie. I think I found a new rom-com to add to my movies of rom-coms to continuously watch. So I highly suggest to watch it. So if you have the opportunities, go ahead and watch it. I do suggest to watch it. And just me making my tea here until I decide to watch it again. The movie, that little bump right here, until I decide to watch it again. So, and then tomorrow is the day that I go out with my friend Brandy to this arts and crafts at the bookstore that we found. And I don't know what kind of arts and craft it is. She bought the tickets for it, so we'll see. And she got the supplies for us, so we'll see what kind of arts and crafts we get into. It's supposed to be at 7, so we'll see what we get into. So I enjoyed the time that I had yesterday with my friend. Sorry I didn't record anything. I kind of got caught up with all the fun and excitement, but I promise you I'll record some more next time. I'll get better. I'm trying to learn all this new vlogging things, but I'll get better at it. But I did get excited. I did color a lot, and I'm really, really happy to have spent time with my friend and in the bookstore. So
I had fun. Hoping to have more adventures in June, in the month of June. So let's see what we get into in June. There is a little bit more going on in June, I believe. I hope so. I would hope. You never know, you know? So hopefully there is. And I'll see what happens in June, and you guys will see eventually.